It seems like I've been reviewing a lot of Figmas recently. First Ryuji, then Futaba, then Lucina, and now... Today we are reviewing the Figma Bakemonogatari Senjougahara Hitagi. Now this video, while not sponsored, but this review is only possible thanks to GPN/items on eBay. He's actually legit, and I was surprised because I've always wanted a Senjougahara figure ever since I saw Bakemonogatari and continued watching the show, but there's nothing of it. It's always just Shinobu and technically Kishshot, even though they're the same person, and sometimes Hanakawa. But I saw this for, I believe it was $70 on eBay. And this is real and authentic, and there is nothing wrong with it besides a little dent on, like that. That's it. That's the only thing that's wrong with it, and that's on the box, which is perfectly fine with me, because it's just in my closet. But, to quickly go over how this figure looks, it looks fantastic. Everything is perfect. It looks like she jumped straight out of the screen. And yes, right now, I am using her little hand accessories that I'll go into more detail on in the accessories section. The hair is beautiful looking. It's all perfect. It really just is. I love this character. I love her look. And because this is my first skirted Figma, you know what time it is. Yes, she does have underwear. And to my surprise, I didn't realize at first. Okay, looks, this is a bit weird, but it's so hard to, you can kind of see it. She has little scissors and stuff on her panties. That's actually, the attention to detail is not only kind of creepy, but really good. I'm actually, that's really cool to me. That's all. I also forgot to mention this, but in her shirt pocket, she actually has, I think it's an eraser, a pen, and maybe a X-Acto knife thing. Attention to detail, man. Let's go over her accessories. Of course, she has her box, and that's actually something I want to talk about. This is the oldest Figma I own, and not like the very first Figma I got. As you know, that's Tracer. This is Figma 92, which means this is not even the 100th Figma. The newest Figma I'm going to have is the Persona 5 Royal Akechi. This is technically the oldest Figma I have, and I got it for $70. That's a fucking steal, mate. Of course, she comes with a bag. I wrote Senjougahara on there because I like doing that. And like always, she comes with a whole rack of hands. Right now, I have the splayed open hands on her. She also comes with 2 fists, 2 grabby hands, a left piece hand, and a right pointing hand. She has a left hand that has a staple on there because, you know, staple. She has a right hand that has an X-Acto knife on there, so she can hold you at a knife point, I guess. What is this, London? Then her special hands, where she does her famous pose where she holds a bunch of shit in her hands. Like, there is an X-Acto knife, I don't even know what the fuck that is. There's I think that is a geometry triangle thing, pair of scissors, tweezers, and then she also has 2 additional faces. One more kind of angrier, probably whenever she sees Araragi, and then where she's kind of shouting, I guess, or scolding him. Classic Senjougahara. And then she comes with her ponytail look. I love having the option of the 2. You get a lot with this figure. Now it's that time to go over articulation. And to start off with the head, unfortunately, it is very limited. Because I'm glad they fixed this with newer Figmas, but this hair is completely rock solid. Like my dick. So she can't really move her head that much besides tilting it and looking down, but of course that looks kind of weird. Switching to the ponytail look, you can get a little bit up, same down, and a lot more tilt. And her ponytail actually moves, which I actually didn't realize until just filming this. That's actually really cool. Her arms can go in a full 360, and at first I didn't think it would move out that much, but surprisingly, that's the range you get at first, but then you can actually tuck it in, and you can get all the way out. That's really good for this type of design. There's a bit of butterfly, the double ball peg. Swivels there as well. Elbows hit over 90. That's perfectly fine for Senjougahara. She isn't like doing action poses like the Phantom Thief or something. And this is where you can really tell this figure's old, is the hands. They are like a standard figure. Hold on, give me a second. This is the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Snyder Cut Cyborg. And as you can see, this is the exact same as his arm joints, where you can swivel and also bend in like that. So it's not like a regular ball peg that you'll see on newer Figmas, which I do prefer. Torso doesn't really bend, but once again, you aren't really going to be putting her in like a lot of fighting poses, so I can live with it. She does have a ball joint at the waist. Her legs can go out pretty far because her skirt is made out of a soft plastic, so you can bend it, and if you want a better look at her underwear, there you go. Also can go back that far and out that far. There isn't a swivel, unfortunately, and her knees hit a pretty good over 90. I do like it. Her feet can go that far forward, that far back, and pivot. She also stands pretty well on her own. Unscrollable size comparison, so here's NECA, Back to the Future, Marty McFly, Transformers Masterpiece Sideswipe, and Figma Lucina. I'm going to try and keep some consistency with the size comparisons, mainly with Lucina and Sideswipe, and maybe one other. And you know, for a character that is really just a schoolgirl with a crab entity in her and a weird obsession with school utensils, even printing it on her underwear, she's pretty poseable. And overall, I really like this figure. It's very good, and I really wish they did more monogatari figures. But of course, this is over 10 years old. They aren't going to make any more, unfortunately. But I'm so happy to have this. I'm going to see if I can at least track down Aragi and maybe Hanakawa if I want a bisexual threesome. With just this alone, I really love it. It's a great representation of one of my favorite anime characters, and I'm so happy to have it. I promise I'm not going to do any more toy reviews for a little bit. Mainly because everything I try to get is just keeps on being pushed out so far away. That's what Big Bad Toy Store does all the time. And right when I thought Makoto was going to show up, she gets delayed till September. Fuck me. I do have 3 videos planned. They're going to be kind of the more older content they used to do and content I really want to make. One is a Persona 4 Golden review. I'm fucking loving the game. I'm almost done with it. Or at least I'm about to fight the meme man in December, if you know who that is. I also want to do a redone video of my Studio Trigger review. I really don't like that video now. I find a lot of fallacies in it. Didn't really explain much, so I want to go over it again, and of course there's new stuff that I want to talk about. You know, they're doing a Star Wars anime. I have to see that. Leo Fotia is in Star Wars now. Finally, this is the video I've really been wanting to make. A Digimon Last Evolution Kizuna review, because it is Digimon at its finest. But thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the long video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.